Okay, fam, what's going on? I've had, since my TikTok's been blowing up, I've been getting a lot of questions and a lot of people wondering, can they do this full time? How does this work? How much money can they expect to make? How did I do it? All of these questions that me and this beautiful whiteboard and marker here, I'm gonna try to answer everything. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you guys kind of briefly my story, how exactly I scaled my retail arbitrage business and how I'm doing it now and where I plan on going in the future. I'm going to try to tell you everything, okay? It's going to be, I'm not going to go into the specifics of like the details, but I'm going to give you the general idea. And I literally had like 3 rules that I lived by for the first 4 months. Okay, so how it worked, okay, so in 6 months, okay, I'm just going to write this down. 6 months, okay, I went from 0 to 100K revenue. Okay, 0 to 6 months. I started January 1st of 2020 this year. Okay, now, January and February, I was still at Xerox. And at Xerox, I was making about just over $2,000 a month, okay? I was making about $2K a month. And I took that and I reinvested, after I paid my bills, I took all of my money and reinvested it in products. Okay, so in my first month in January, and I'll do this here. Okay, we did in January. Okay, I did 1K. I did $1,000 of revenue for January. And what I did was I started out with hangers. I sold candles. I would go to clearance items. For January and February, this was all clearance, like Walmart, Target, and Home Depot. Okay, this was all clearance, was January, February. Okay, March is when things I went from, March was the 3rd month in business, and I shot up to 13K of revenue that month. Okay. March was the first month that I started to sell full-priced retail items. Okay, now, when I say full price, I mean that I just went to the retail store and I just looked for anything. I scanned a bunch of stuff. The reason I was able to do this, though, was because there was, I don't know the right word to use, but basically there were inaccuracies or fluctuations in the market because of COVID-19. So I was selling weights, I was selling shop towels, anything that there was a huge demand for, but the supply was down. I filled that gap. I would find the places where they were, and then I would put them on Amazon and be able to get a much higher rate. I was getting full price retail here. Full price retail. Okay, and then April, in April, I think I shot up to like, I think it was like 23K, doing the same thing. Same thing, full price retail. And then from May, I think we did like 34K. And in this month, I actually took $2,000 of other people's money, of a couple friends, to actually invest in products. There was a couple opportunities because of COVID and because of this the spring with summer waves pools. There was a couple items that just were insane. I was getting like 200% ROI. So I went all in on this, and I mean, I probably made like 7 to 8K profit this month to reinvest, right? That was just ridiculous. And this is kind of how I scaled. It started out as clearance items. I moved into full price retail items, and I just sort of built it and built and built. I fucked up a lot here, guys. In January and February, I probably bought 3 or 4, I probably bought 5 or 6 items that I sent out to FBA and just were complete duds or failed, or shit happens, shit happens. But I just kept going. I understood that if I just kept finding products with a high demand at a good profit margin, I could scale this. Now, I had 3 rules. I knew at Xerox, okay, at Xerox, I was making $180 per day. So I knew that when I was outsourcing, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, I have to find $200 of profit today. And I'm not talking about $200 of revenue. No, I'm talking about $200 of profit. So if an item was costing me $5 and it was selling for like 25 with $5 shipping and I made 10, that's only $10 of profit. So I would need 20 of those. So I would go out and source until I found $200 of product. Like I had goals. It was very, very clear in my mind. I also rarely ever did I buy a product. That was rule number 1. Okay, and I'm gonna write these rules down because these are pretty good rules to have. And maybe your number is 400, maybe it's only 100. But guys, you can make as much money as you want doing retail arbitrage. Okay, you really can. The question is are you committed to putting in the work? The opportunity's out there. Are you gonna find it? That's the question. The opportunity's out there. Now, okay, so these are the rules I had. Okay, rule number one was to source $200 of profit per day. Okay, $200 profit a day. Rule number 2 was that I would only buy products with 100% ROI. Which means if I buy the product for 5, I'm gonna make 5. Because I wanted my money to double every month. This is doubling. 1, this was my revenue. 1 in January, 2, 13, 23, 34. See, I'm almost doubling every month. And now I've started to pull out of the business to invest in private label and to invest in other ventures. But I doubled for the first almost 5 months, every month, because of this rule. 100% ROI products. Okay, now I am a little bit more lenient on that. Number 3, these were the rules I followed, guys, religiously. Number 3 was that I searched for items that I could sell on Amazon and do FBA. Okay, Amazon, FBA. And it's really simple why. And number 4 was, I would say, less 100K sales rank. But why Amazon FBA? Because when I first started out up here in January and February, I was doing Amazon FBM and FBA, eBay, Mercari, I was doing all these things. But do you want to know why I love Amazon FBA? Because I can go to the store and I can buy $500 of product. I can go to the store and buy $1,000 worth of product. I can come home, I can put it all in its boxes and prepare, diligently prepare with a strategic plan, right? I know what it's gonna make. I put it all in the boxes and I send it out, and guess what? I don't have to do anything now. I'm good. The work is done. The work is done. That's why I love FBA so much. Because with FBM, I'm at the mercy of my customers. My customer places an order at midnight. I am now responsible for fulfilling that order in the next whatever 2 days. I didn't want that. The reason I got started in this business was because I wanted freedom of time. I wanted my free time. I don't do Amazon FBA because I want to be on my laptop all day. I do it because I want freedom of time. And that's what FBA gives you. FBA gives you freedom of time. You don't get that with FBM or eBay, or Poshmark, at least in my experience. You can with FBA. So guys, I know this is a freaking mess, but this is the idea behind it. You download Amazon Seller app, sign up for a seller account. You go out, you scan products. If you are committed to winning, you will win. A lot of people fall off because they don't want to put in the work. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. So if this made sense to you and you guys want to learn the strategic operations of how Amazon seller works and to go into more detail, I do offer a course. You know, if you found I'll put the course link actually in my description of this video. If you guys have questions, feel free to comment. I will answer your comments. The course is also a great opportunity because you can have access to my email and you guys can send me direct emails. There's also a Facebook group in there, and I'm constantly uploading new content into the course as well as new courses coming out as well. So yeah, this video I just wanted to give you guys an overview of how I scaled from 0 to 100K in 6 months, and it's pretty simple. So hope this helps. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel and like, please. Thank you.